Welcome to Geocache Adventures, the podcast where we explore everything geocaching. I'm your host, Shadow Dragon 1. I love geocaching. If you're listening to this, you probably love it too. If you enjoy the podcast, consider sharing it with somebody that you think would love it. You can also follow the podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and there's a Facebook group as well, so you can join in the fun and share your adventures. There's also a Patreon page that you can join and unlock exclusive content. Hey everybody, welcome to Mini Adventures. This mini adventure, it's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be talking about the podcast, because believe it or not, it has been 5 years since I started this podcast, and I have a hard time believing it's been that long. I've mentioned it before. The first time I started the podcast, I had a goal to just get to 10 episodes and see what happens, and here we are 5 years later. So it's been a few more than 10 episodes at this point, and it has changed quite a bit over time. For those of you who have been there from the beginning or went back and listened to the original episodes, they were so short they might make you think of these mini adventures that I do now. It's come a long way. It didn't take too long to start doing interviews, and I think that has been a lot of fun. I've met a lot of really interesting geocachers, some that I have become friends with because of this podcast, which is really awesome. It has been a roller coaster of ups and downs with learning curves and trying to figure it all out and figure out new things and try new things. Currently with the videos, and you may still see a little inconsistency with the videos as I'm still kind of learning the editing software and sorting all that out. But yeah, it's come a pretty long way. It's a lot different than it was originally. I'm constantly playing with ideas of how to improve it and change it and make it better. The current format, the once a month long term, and then the once a month mini format, that was partly because of issues I was having with scheduling interviews after job changes and everything. And I have been enjoying doing the mini adventures because sometimes you just can't get a full episode out of something, even though it's be neat to do something about it and talk about it. So the mini adventures come in handy for that. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the mini adventures. I'm still working out some of the scheduling issues that I've been having, just trying to balance working full time and this and being a mom and everything. But we're getting there. It's just a work in progress, a constant work in progress. So I don't really know how things might look going forward outside of this. I'm going to try to keep this format going for a while. We'll see how it goes. Really, I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who listen to the podcast, especially those who have been there from the very beginning, even though my very first episode was more like a trailer than an episode. But hey, we've gotten past it. We've grown. So thank you all who listen, and you're really the reason I keep doing this podcast. One, I do enjoy it. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy talking about geocaching with people. But if nobody listened, there'd be no point in keep doing this. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for helping it continue on for 5 years. A special thanks to the Patreon members who help support the podcast. Really appreciate that. And thank you all for listening.